Alright, let's go. Holy angels, ancestors, and spirits, gather around, because today on May the 16th, we are wanting to go to North Carolina, a little town called Orem, and in this town there's a park called Lumber River State Park. Now, we're going to ask a lot of questions about Myrtle Beach and the Myrtle home, which I cannot find the zip code to, but we know it's in Myrtle Beach. But we do have the zip code to the park that she was at, and we have all the numbers on that. So gather around. We are going to North Carolina, Orem, zip code 28369. We want to be there on April the 27th of 2024. And the 911 call that she made came in at 2:54. So we're going to back the time up, put us there at 1 p.m. So we got a little small window. If we're there at 1 p.m., we want to be there from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. It was all said and done by 3 p.m. So we're only going to be at 1 p.m. we're only going to be there 2 hours. So we're at a 2-hour window, April the 27th, 2024, Orem, North Carolina, zip code 28369. The physical address of the park is 2819 Princess Anne Road, Robertson County. Does everybody know where we're going? Alright. Now, put the notes over here. I have these cards have been marinating overnight on top of my notes, so they have been primed for this particular read. Alright, let me check. Alright, Spirit, as you know, we are looking into Mica Miller's energy. She was 30 years old. She was married to this man named John Paul. I don't like that. She was married to this man named John Paul. And it was both of their second marriages. But he had 5 kids from his previous marriage. But she didn't have any kids. Now, as you know, on April 27th of 2024, she decided to end her life. She just didn't want to do it anymore. But her husband had been tracking her and following her for months to come. And it was just all around unpleasant experience for her. Also, alright, so we got our first card. Also, we are wanting to know about the incident that happened in Colombia. Because I've read quite a few text exchanges between John Paul and her sister. And in the text messages, he was saying things like everything was perfect until that one bad decision I made in Colombia. Now, I don't know what Colombia it is he'd be talking about. There are a lot of places in towns and cities all over the world called Colombia. So, Spirit, you're just going to have to wing it on that one. And we're going to just call that the Columbia place. Okay? So, I'm also wanting to know what happened at the Columbia place that was so bad that it ruined their marriage and caused all of this. And also, I'm wanting to know, was he blackmailing her of some kind? Alright, we got our second card. Came out on a question about blackmail. Let's switch decks. I like to start with 4 or more. We got 2. See, that's the thing. He had got the Twitter fingers, as you call it, and was like when he got mad at her, I suppose she would flee and go to her sister's house. So then he would like be texting her sister all of this wild stuff, right? And it's like, what? And one of the things that he was saying was everything was alright until I made that bad mistake in Colombia. He was also saying that he was willing and ready to show up armed and dangerous. Okay? So we're wanting to know, okay, We got our third card. We're wanting to know, what did he have over her that was so bad that she decided that, you know what, I'm going to just go ahead and check out. We got a flipper. Alright. For some reason, I want to get one more card. Even though you see we have 4 cards. So I'm going to get one more. Let's switch to this deck. This is the, actually I got this deck from Spirit Halloween last year. I love that store. Alright, Spirit, we just want one more card. We are wanting to know what I was going through Mica Miller's head when she was at that state park. Ooh. I don't like the way they come out. We're wanting to know what she was thinking about that was so traumatic. And as you know, we're there. It's somewhere between 1 p.m. and 2:54, but really we want to go all the way to 3. So you know, it's somewhere between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. We're at the state park in the zip code of 28369. Physical address is 2118 Princess Road. Oh, this deck is quiet. For some reason, I want to get this Nightmare Before Christmas deck too and bring it over here. Now, before it's all said and done, all these decks is going to end over here, watch. Alright. Alright, I got them all. Alright. Alright, Spirit, we only need one more card in regards to Mica Miller, who's 30 years old. Her energy stopped in North Carolina, a little place called Orange, at a state park. We are there between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. The zip code is 28369. She was sitting in one of her cars. But previously, she had noticed that one of her cars had been being tracked. There was like a little device or something on there. So even though we want to be there on April the 27th, can you take us 6 weeks into the past? No, 6 weeks into the past. Ooh. Alright, 6 weeks into the past. I'm trying to think, how far was what was 6 weeks into the past? What would that be? If it's April the 27th, we want to go 6 weeks back, so that's a month and a half. Alright, so we are between February and April. That's when this card came out. Alright, so we'll digest that in a minute. Let's start reading these things, since now I have 5. Alright. The first card out. Remember, I always get so dry when I do these things. The first card out is the Whips. And this is from the AMT deck, with a modified AMT deck. And the reason why I say it's modified is because I took some of the cards out, because that was a really big deck. So right now it has 121 cards in it and only like 2 or 3 doves. But this comes from the modified AMT. It's the Whips card. It means like somebody like whipping you, like making you do something, like bullying you, kind of. for some reason, you know how like some movies, I guess like some olden times, like whips maybe had like little metal pieces on the end of them. So the way these are, like Spirit's kind of showing them to me with like little tips on the end. So it's like the whipping, it wasn't it wasn't something that you could take lightly. Like it was some pretty intense bullying / whipping. Like they were supposedly religious people, so I don't know if he was like physically abusing her. But let's see who was being bullied. What the whip is about. Alright, and to do that, we're gonna go back to the Omega Land deck. Alright, Spirit, you're showing me someone within the marriage between Mica and John Paul, that someone was being whipped, and to a point to where it was scathing, like making them do something that they didn't want to do, causing punishment if what they wanted to do was not done. What can you tell me about this? What can you tell me about this whipping or this bullying that was going on between Mica and John Paul? No? Not in there? Alright, Spirit, as you know, Mica energy stopped on April the 27th at 2:54, but we're wanting to go from April 27th back 6 weeks. Take us back 6 weeks, and that'll have us around the last week of February. Who was being bullied or whipped? You almost fell, I caught him. Well, they definitely acted up when I took them back a few weeks. Wow. Let's stay in the 6 weeks in the past for a moment. Alright, Spirit, keep us in the zip code. Not of the state park. Wait a minute. I need to find the zip code of Myrtle Beach right quick. I wasn't anticipating going to Myrtle Beach. Alright. Because they're very interested in that 6 weeks in the past thing. Let's get us just a general zip code of Myrtle Beach. It gave me the population, the area code. It became a city in 1957 into a town March the 12th. Type in zip code. It would be a bunch of them. Alright. The first one is 29572. On down to 29579. Okay, it's not that many. Like I said, I was trying to get the address of their home. Couldn't find it. Alright, we got a side road trip. Alright, let's go off course for a minute. Am I moving the card? Alright, Spirit. So as you know, we have left the park for a little while. We're going to come back to North Carolina. Orem. But right now, we want to go to a different date, a different time, a different place. But we want to still follow the same energy. Mica Miller, she's 30 years old. She was married at 18 and divorced at 21. She had no children. We are still following her, just into a different time. Okay? Okay. Alright, Spirit, we are now in the zip code of 29572 through to 29579. It's a 7-point deviation. We're into the past still. We're still in the last week of February. Someone in the marriage between Mica and John Paul was being bullied. Can you give me anything about what was going on with Mica Miller and what was her energy like while she was in the zip code 29572 through 29579 in this last week of February 2024? Who was being bullied? Alright. This is going to be good. Y'all making me work for it. Alright. Switching to the beauty of horror. Alright, Spirit, as you know, we're dealing with Mica Miller, 30 years old. We're in the last week of February in the zip code of 29572 on through to 29579. This is 6 weeks before her energy stops. Who within the marriage was being bullied? What was the energy like? Spirit, I want to know what was going on in... Alright. I was about to start talking to y'all again about it. So something came out. Let's see what it is. And this is in regards to the bullying. This is going on in the last week of February 2024. The first card is the Justice. Like, I know these people aren't in a closet, but the way like the skeleton heads are peeping from around the corner right there. See his head up there? It's giving me like the energy of skeletons in a closet. You know, skeletons are those little secrets that you don't want people to know. Not only that, it's like this skeleton is kind of controlling the person. See these like little node things that's hooked up to his head? Like somehow this skeletons is it's kind of running the show a little bit. I think that's called blackmail, extortion. Alright. It definitely was a secret. Alright, so the next card in the bullying situation is the Page of Pentacles. Now this has the energy of the husband on it. His face is half ripped off, but this is him. And I guess he was the one in control of the money. So 6 weeks into the past, he had the money under his control. Financial abuse is to me traumatizing. You go into the store and your cards don't work, they get declined. Alright, now we're still 6 weeks into the past in that zip code of 29572 through 29579. The last card that came out on the bullion was the 7 of Pentacles. And 7 usually means like something adding up, something accumulating. This is giving me the energy of dead. Like maybe 6 weeks before the act or the incident, they were in debt. Because this is like, this card has energy of in debt. Alright, so the bullion was in the form of some kind of blackmail or extortion. He was controlling the money. And somehow one of them had accumulated some debt. A debt. I can't hardly talk. D-E-B-T. A debt. Damn it. Alright. Alright, Spirit. Take us back to the day of April the 27th of 2024. Zip code 28369. We may go back to Myrtle Beach, but right now we're going to go back to the park. Alright. So, the next card that came out was the 4 keys. And this is a card from the modified AMT deck. Now the keys to this door, it's very strange. The keyhole is right in the middle of the door. And the keys, it look like any of these keys can just swing down and open the door up at any time. At will. You don't know what angle it's going to come. It can come from here, it can come from there. But you have to ask yourself, what's behind this door? Is it the skeleton from this place? So now you have somebody threatening again with the skeleton in the closet? Let's clarify this card. Alright, and we're going to go back to the AMT deck. Alright, Spirit, you showed me on April 27th, 2024, Michael Miller was still contemplating this secret or this thing that was going to be possibly exposed. Now, I know that there was an incident in their marriage that happened at the Columbia place. Does that have something to do with the secret? Is it something that happened there? Is it like a picture or a video or something? Alright. Okay, so whatever it was, it involved both of them. And isn't this called a caduceus, like that medical thing that, it'd be on a lot of pharmacies logos? I think it's called a caduceus, the snakes wrapping up the staff. Yeah, I think this might be some of that religious stuff that they were into. This hand situation right here. Did he pass her the cup, or is she passing him the cup? To me, it looks like he's holding his cup and he passed her that one. So whatever the secret is, it's something they do together at the Columbia place. Wow, did they get drunk and he start saying wild stuff? Alright, I'm going to stick with this for a moment because whatever it is, it caused a whole bunch of problems. So let's alright. I haven't used the spider deck in a while. And about the teddy bear tarot over here too. No. Alright, Spirit, we are still with Mica Miller, age 30. Her and her husband, John Paul, had went somewhere together. The place was called Columbia. There was a mistake made there while they was together. Can you tell us more about what this mistake was? Was it a substance? Did somebody get caught doing something? Tell me. Oh, all right. Ooh, a secret. Yep, so a secret that had been kept because it wasn't kept no more. And I guess it is a secret if it's in the closet. What do you guys think it was? I wonder what it was. Alright, let's keep going. But it was definitely some kind of blackmail or extortion. It's almost giving me the energy of somebody must have a video or something. Because there are reports that he tried to go back to her apartment and remove some things. Yeah. Alright. So we're still at the park. We're in the energy of Mica Miller. Let's see the dang, Spirit, really? We're definitely still at the park and we're still with her. So this is good and bad. It's bad because, you know, I hate that she did all of that. But it's good because this card is firmly in her energy while she was at the park. And that's what we want. So let's snoop around in this energy as hard as we can. Alright. Thank you, Spirit. We are firmly in Mica Miller's energy. April the 27th, 2024. We are there between the times of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. North Carolina, a little town or a place called Orem. Zip code 28369. The park is at the physical address of 2819 Princess Road. We're in Robertson County. Alright. First thing out. Ooh, the Empress. And I guess that's like the image that a preacher's wife would have, as you would expect. The Empress, you know, you can't be an Empress without an Emperor. Alright, so her identity was kind of going through, I guess you could say, a change because she was had just got divorce papers a few days before, had filed for divorce. So there's something about that, not being able to be the Empress without an Emperor. Spirit, what else was in her energy on this day, April the 27th? What kind of secret was being kept? Can you tell us about the secret that they had between the two of them? That's too many. Yeah, that's too many. Can you tell us more about the secret that was between the two of them? Alright. No? Yeah, let's switch over to this one. Alright, Spirit. We just need to know what all was Mica Miller thinking about while she was sitting in the car at the park. Alright. What? Yeah, the Emperor that came out. And we just said you can't be the Empress without the Emperor. So, she was thinking about him. And here they are together. The Empress and Emperor. Alright. So she was thinking about him. Thank you, Spirit. Because there they are. Or maybe he was thinking he can't be the Emperor without the Empress. But them splitting up is what was going on right there. Alright. Thank you, Spirit. Now let's see if we can't see what it is about him specifically. Alright. I'm excited. I'm glad we're in the right place. We got her in the car thinking about them. Alright. Spirit, now on this day of April the 27th, between the times of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., the zip code 28369, the physical address of 2819 Princess Road. We're in Robertson County, North Carolina. Oh. What came out was unusual good luck. And I was thinking, like, how could that be good luck? Unusually good. But in the card, this is that's a male energy. So her ending it this way was like a gift to him. Wow. Wow. Okay. That still doesn't tell us what happened in Colombia. Alright. We have 2 more cards. Oh. The Page of Cups. Now this lad is young and strapping all at the same time. Ah. The Page of Cups. This is giving me the energy of a younger lover. Or someone being caught with a younger lover or something like that. Let's see who this younger energy is. Alright, so let's look in here. We're going to look for who this young man is in the night before Christmas. Alright, Spirit. You're showing me concerning the energy around Mica Miller's demise and her husband at the park and at the Columbia place. There may be another energy, a new energy, a new vital energy. Who was this new young energy hanging around with? Was it John Paul? Ooh. Yeah. Right on the head. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Presents. No, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Candles. 2 aces. That's what came out. On this man, this young man. And this candle that's dripping stuff, I don't have to tell you what that is. Use your imagination. So somebody was fooling around with a young man. The Ace of Presents. Look how hard they're smiling. The toy. Oh my, a younger lover. A male younger lover. That is interesting. Alright, let's go to the last card in this. It's now a saga, okay? Let's go to the last card in the Mica Miller John Paul saga. Alright, this was a card that came out in the beginning when I said let's go 6 weeks into the past. The Magician. The Magician is, he has all the elements there with him. The fire, the water, the sword, the wand, everything. And this Magician card has this infinity symbol right here. So even though we're 6 weeks into the past, it's giving me the energy of it was always like this. And a magician can make things disappear and reappear. This bird, though, this is the Edgar Allan Poe deck. This bird, the raven, is not a good sign in this deck. It's like the magician was the raven. And the raven is John Paul. Let's snoop around in the energy of this raven and the magician. I definitely was not expecting to see a younger man lover. I guess what's the use in being the Empress if you're emperor? Wants to be, you know, with him. Alright, but we are talking about this raven right now on the magician card. Spirit, what can you tell me about this magician? What was he making reappear and disappear? And now let's go to the dates of February 2024 on through to April 27th. So February, March, April. 3 months. What was John Paul making reappear or disappear for the last... Come back here. What was John Paul making reappear and disappear in the last 3 months of Mica Miller's life? What was the big show about? What was the trick? Or what was the skeleton in the closet? What was it that came out? And we were wanting to know about all the events that came out in the last 3 months. Ooh, it fell face down, yay! Alright. The moon. Now, you can't actually make the moon itself reappear and disappear. But the moon is about, like, mysterious stuff. But this moon card has the Tower of Babel in the back. There's something about that. See? Don't they get up there and they learn too much? And that's when like God says, okay, nobody can speak the same language again, because when they went up there, something happened. It keeps taking me back to the energy of the Columbia place. Alright, let's try one more time to see what he was making reappear or disappear. Even though the spirit was referring back to the Columbia place. I would really like to know what they were doing there. Alright, Spirit, you showed me a bit of a secret had got revealed. What was it that they did? Or what was it at the top of the tower? No? Oops. Alright. Judgment. You know, judgment is a sign of going back or someone coming back. This judgment has a blue jay on it. But you want to know something that's peculiar about this card? I mean, it comes from AMT deck, so all of their cards are different, but on the back of this one, they're like rainbow people, like the LGBTQ community. Alright. I definitely feel like there was like a kind of a secret. There must have been a video or a picture or something. Because she doesn't have kids, but you know, if you're that deep in the church, you don't want you know, people finding out unflattering things about you. It almost makes you not want to go on any trips with your spouse, because like, what if they do something and now you've seen it, or they know that you know, and now it just causes problems. Like some people would say this is the tale of a trad wife gone wrong. Alright, Spirit. Dang it. Alright, give us one more card for Mica Miller's energy on April 27th, 2024. Between the times of 1 p.m., 3 p.m., zip code 28369. Give us one more card for Mica's energy on that day. Not in here? I don't like that one. Alright, Spirit, give us one more card for Mica Miller's energy on April 27th, 2024, between the times of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Zip code 28369. Catching it. Alright, 2 cards came out. The King of Pentacles. So this is still kind of the energy of he had the money. So I guess the resources She was thinking about the little resources that she had. He's in control of all of the resources. And the Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands character has the energy of the young man lover. Wow. Could it be possible that for the moment she's thinking about he was in control of all the money? And I think she found out that he was bisexual or something. Alright, we can leave it there. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.